So I've been using the Motorola Edge 2025 for over a week now. Let's talk about it. All right, everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there with the Motorola Edge 2025 edition right here. And I've been using this device for a little bit over a week now, and I have some stuff to say about it. Now, first and foremost, just starting off with the basics, as far as like this phone's function with the chipset we have inside of here, of course, we have the Dimensity 7400 Ultra, 8 gigabytes of RAM. And overall, with that processor and the 8 gigabytes of RAM inside of here, this phone has been running pretty decently. And I'm going from the Galaxy S25 Plus as a daily user on that to this device. And overall, I'm getting some really good performance out of this. There are just a few little hiccups that I noticed that I don't get on the S25 Plus compared to this one. But overall, this is a pretty decent flagship experience on a mid-range phone, especially for that $549 price tag, right? We want the flagship niceties out of a phone without having to pay $1,200, $1,300 sometimes on these phones. And yeah, I've been having a good experience with this so far, going through the UI, playing video games. I have my gaming review coming out soon on this device, and I really haven't had any issues with that processor, especially in terms of heating up. Haven't had any of that so far, which is beautiful because I've gamed on this device for hours and there has been no heating issues or anything like that. So overall, the performance on this device is very, very good, and I don't think it's going to differ for a lot of people going from a flagship device to something like the Motorola Edge 2025 edition. I think you're pretty much getting most of the niceties that people like out of a flagship device inside of this device. I do have a few problems with this device, and that's going to correlate mostly with the pricing. But the first one, if you guys did not know, the camera, the front-facing camera in particular, at full HD, for some reason looks really, really bad. And we even did a test between the Galaxy A56 and this device, and the A56 just blew it out of the water. And I'm sure they're going to be sending out an update on that very, very soon. But as of right now, the front-facing camera for full HD video recording looks terrible. It definitely has to be a software issue because the Motorola Edge 2024 edition would have blown this front-facing camera video recording out of the water. That's one of the issues that I have on this phone. As far as the rear-facing camera and everything else, you get some really good point-and-shoot photos on here. Great computational photography. Yes, it is a little bit more contrasty, a little bit more colorful, maybe a tiny bit blown out of proportion to what you're actually seeing, but overall, you're going to have a very, very good photography and videography experience on these cameras, other than that full HD from the front-facing camera. So camera's decent overall, just that one issue that needs to be fixed. As far as the performance is great. Battery life is also pretty good on this device. You're going to get over a day of battery life on this, especially for moderate users. Some of you may be able to get 2 days out of this, and it also charges up pretty quickly with that 68 watt charging, and we have that 15 watt wireless charging on here as well. So performance, battery, camera, has been great so far. The other thing about this device is, of course, that Android 15 experience. This is pretty much going to be a stock Android experience. With Motorola, it's going to be pretty much the closest you can get to Google, and we also have all of those nice Moto actions added onto this. The other thing is we have a stellar display on this. We have that curved display, hence Motorola Edge, with a 4500 nit peak brightness on this. So a very bright display, especially if you're in the California sun. It gets very, very bright, and this has been able to withstand that. So a very, very bright display, 120 hertz refresh rate, POLED display as well, and this is capable of HDR10+, so we are going to have some dynamic range with those colors, and overall experience on Netflix and YouTube and stuff like that has been great. I feel like the biggest issue that we're going to have with this device is going to be the price tag, because there are many other devices out there that you can get secondhand or on Swappa or on Amazon that just have better specifications. I mean, for one, you can get the OnePlus 13R at Best Buy currently or on Amazon for the same price. And inside of that, we have the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. We have 12 gigabytes of RAM instead of 8. We have a 6,000 milliamp battery instead of 52. We have 80 watt charging instead of 68 watt charging. So you have some better stuff inside of there compared to this device. Now, I'm not going to say that's a much greater device than this device because, some people might say that, but I haven't had too much experience with that phone. But there are other devices out there around the same price tag. For example, even the Galaxy S25, I'm sure you can find it everywhere for about $549 on the secondhand market on eBay, on Amazon, unlocked and new. I've definitely had tons of people that have told me they've got it for under $600. And obviously that's going to have a much better processor inside of it than this device. That's one of the reasons why I wouldn't pick up this device right now. The biggest one that is kind of, making me not recommend this device straight away is that $549 price tag is going to drop significantly when we get into the holiday season. So that's Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I don't even know how many Cyber Mondays they have. They probably have a Cyber Friday or a Cyber Tuesday now. But the deals are going to be tremendous on this. You might even see this device during the holiday times even go down to like $399. You may get $150 off of this phone. All in all, for the $549 price tag, I don't think most people would be mad. I think a lot of people out there would be happy with this device. They'd use it for 3 or 4 years and then upgrade later on when they really needed to. But if you really don't need to upgrade right now, I would absolutely hold off to the holidays, save that money, and get this, or get something even better that you like, maybe a little bit more. But if you guys are Motorola fanboys, if you guys are Motorola fans for life, if you like that stock Android experience, you like that edge display on this, you like those Moto actions and things of that nature, overall I think this is still a really, really good phone. But that $549 price tag is just kind of not letting my conscience recommend it currently. I would absolutely wait till this price goes down, maybe $100, and then I would give you guys the green light. So overall, I do like this device. It has been functioning well. I've enjoyed my gaming and other performances on this device. I just can't recommend it currently at that $549 price tag. It's great though. Love the phone. I would wait though. I would wait.